my card was full, and so I emptied it onto my computer and I plugged it back into the camera, and it said it was still full. So I went down to my dad, who's a computer whiz, and he had to empty the trash on the camera card. Not the trash on the computer, the trash on the camera card. Hi friends, it's me and I'm back with another video for you all, and today I'm going to be doing a products I regret buying video. I love watching these videos, okay? I love just seeing what people don't like. I enjoy watching these videos more than watching favorites videos, honestly. I don't know why, maybe I'm just a negative person on the inside, but you know, I thought I would do one for myself. A little disclaimer, just because I didn't like a product doesn't mean I don't like the brand that it's from, and also if you like this product, then I'm so glad that it worked out for you. Everybody has different tastes and, you know, just ways of doing their makeup and beauty and stuff, and everybody has different skin types and hair types and everything, so if this product that I'm talking about worked for you, then I'm so happy for you. They just did not work for me. Without further ado, let's get started. I have a very solid sized box here full of products that did not work for me, so I'm just gonna like reach in and pull them out and talk about them. The first product in here is the biggest thing, and it is this Nourishing Plus Coconut Milk Conditioner. And I ran out of my normal conditioner and I was broke, and my normal conditioner was a Bumble & Bumble one, and I was like, I don't have $25 to spend. Let's buy this one. It's like $3 from Target. So I went and I bought this and I started using it, and it dried out my hair so much, and it just made it so it just looked bad, and it was really knotty, and my hair never really gets knotty just because it is more fine. It doesn't really look like it because I have really curly hair, but it is more fine hair, and it was just really hard to brush, and it just felt really dry, and it didn't feel soft, and so I did not like this. It did not work for my hair for some reason. Yeah. Next thing in here is the Peter Thomas Roth Cucumber Gel Mask Extreme Detoxifying Hydrator. And I saw this and I was like, ooh, it's going to be cooling, like cucumber. It's going to be like a spa day for my face. But this broke me out. I don't really know what ingredient was in here, and I really wish that this would have worked for me, but it just ended up breaking my skin out. I used it a couple of times and then I saw that my skin was breaking out, and I was like, this is the only thing that I'm using different in my skincare routine. So that sucks because this is also a really expensive brand. This is the Milani Fierce Foil Eye Shine, and I thought this would be really cool for like a foiled eye look, and the colors in here are so pretty. There's like a gold and a bronze and like a rose gold copperish color, and then a dark brown, and I was like, this is going to be so pretty for like a really metallic eye look. And when you swatch them, they do come off like really, really pretty. Like, see that right there? But they're so wet that they crease on your eyes, and they crease almost immediately after you put them on, and even like if you set them with something, even if you just open your eyes afterwards, they crease. And I don't want to have to put another eyeshadow on top of the eyeshadow that I put on originally to make it not crease, and so this just kind of didn't work out for me. I don't really want creasy eyeshadow. I don't know who does, but yeah. And it is the Lorac Tantalizer Baked Bronzer. I don't really know why I bought this because, oops, that's one thing too. It takes about 1.5 years and a knife and like screwdrivers to open, but it is a shimmery bronzer, and yeah, it's really pretty, but I don't wear shimmery bronzers, and it's just like, I don't know if you can see it right there, it's just too shimmery for my taste. So I don't really know what I was thinking when I bought it. It's nothing against the formula. The formula is really nice. It blends really well. It's just too shimmery and also too orange for me. This next thing is also another like bronzer. It's a contour kit from Smashbox. It's the Smashbox Step-by-Step Contour Palette, and it looks like this. And I looked at it when I first got it and I was like, oh my god, this is so nice. The shades in it are so nice, and it's just, it seemed really nice and promising, but it is so patchy and it does not blend, and I've tried it multiple times and I've tried to make it work, and every time it just has not worked, and so it's just a pass for me, sadly, which sucks because the shades in here are so pretty and they're nice contour shades. So this primer that I regret buying is the Body Shop Vitamin C Skin Boost, and I kind of got talked into buying it when I was there. I was looking around and the sales lady was like, oh my gosh, you should buy this. This is so good. It like hydrates your skin and makes your skin look glowy, and it also has vitamin C, so it'll help your skin. I was like, okay, I'll buy it. And it smells good. It smells like oranges, but it just doesn't do anything for my skin, and it doesn't really hydrate it. It's just kind of, it's more of like the silicone-y texture, but then there's also like oil in it, which is kind of weird, and so it just doesn't really do anything for my skin. It doesn't prime. It doesn't make my like makeup last longer, and so it just kind of sits in my collection and I don't use it. It's not like bad necessarily, it just isn't anything amazing. So, and then to go along with that, while I was there, the lady there was talking to me about the Body Shop All-in-One BB cream, and it's a color adapting tinted cream. And I thought that that was really cool. It comes out white. Here, I'll do a little bit right there. It comes out white, and then you blend it in, and then it's supposed to like adapt to your skin tone. But it never really adapted to my skin tone all that well. It always ended up looking darker, and then you also have to like rub it in when you're putting it on your face, because if you don't rub it in, then it just stays white, and so I can't really like blend it in. I have to rub it in, and then it gets looking streaky and patchy, and so this just did not work out for me. And it also wasn't very full coverage, so overall it just didn't work for me. The first concealer I have is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous Concealer, and there's nothing like super bad about it. It's just not amazing. It doesn't have the best coverage, and I just don't tend to reach for it in my collection, you know? I have so many other concealers that I like better than it, so it just kind of sits there, and so I just kind of regret buying it just because I never use it, you know? The next concealer I have is the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer, and I bought this for a NYX One Brand tutorial that I did a while back, but this concealer is just, it's so hard and paste-like, but it's not even paste-like, it's just so hard, and it's just really hard to blend out. It doesn't have like, it's just... Next I have the Makeup Forever HD High Definition Powder, and this didn't work because the flashback on it is unreal. I would go to take Snapchat photos with the front flash on, and there would be white patches like under my eyes where I set my makeup, and it was just, it was so bad. And it sucks because it's such a finely milled powder that it makes my face feel and look so soft and silky now, but just the flashback is so bad, and so this was just a pass for me. I have two highlighters. The first one is the e.l.f. highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls, and I bought this, and let me tell you, I took a little thing and I scraped off the top of it because people said that it worked really well after you scraped the top off of it, but it just still didn't give me the amount of glow that I wanted. I don't know. I don't know if I got like a bad one or something. I really tried with this because I really wanted to like it, and so many other people in the beauty community love it. So I really tried it, but it just didn't end up working for me. And then this one is purely my own fault, but I'm going to talk about it anyways because I do regret buying it. And it is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Poured in the shade Pearl. And I went into Sephora and I wanted to buy the normal Pearl highlighter because my skin is very pale and I wanted the Pearl highlighter. And I went in and I went over to it and I grabbed it, I bought it, and I thought I grabbed it. I get home, I'm like, this is smaller than the normal one. And then I open it up and it's the poured version, it's not the powder version. I just don't use cream or liquid highlighters very much, and so I just don't get much use out of this. It's really pretty, but it's really subtle, and that's not the look I'm trying to go for, so I just kind of regret buying this, even though that's my own fault. I have two blushes, too. The first one is the Maybelline Master Glaze Blush Stick, and I don't know why I bought this, because I don't wear blush very much at all. I'm not a blush person. I'll wear blush occasionally, and I have more blushes than I should for someone who doesn't wear blush, to be honest. But I wear it occasionally, but I don't wear it on an everyday basis. I just don't feel like I need it very much. And then to buy a blush stick, which is like a cream, and then you have to blend it out, that just makes it even harder. And I always find it really annoying and kind of hard just to blend out cream blushes, especially. I just never use this, and I don't really know why I bought it. The product isn't bad at all. It's a really pretty color, and it blends out just fine. I just don't ever use it, and so I technically did not buy this. I got it in an Ipsy bag, but I paid for my Ipsy, and so I did technically pay money for this. So I'm going to consider that as like I did buy it, sort of. And it is the City Color Be Matte Blush. And I saw it and I was like, oh my god, these are such pretty shades, especially the left and right ones. This one's such a pretty like mauve-y color, and this one's such a pretty coral. But then I go and I swatch them and I try to put them on the face, and they are so powdery. I don't know if you can see how powdery that is. Like, they're pigmented definitely, but they're just so powdery that they just look bad on the skin. Out of all the palettes that I've bought, this is the only one that I have not really enjoyed, which I'm really happy about because I spend the most money, I think, on eyeshadow palettes. And this one, also got talked into buying. I was at this store and I was looking at, it was like a store that sold different high-end makeup brands, but it wasn't Sephora. It was a weird one at like the strip mall. And I was looking at a MAC palette that I really wanted, and I went up to buy it, and then the lady there was like, buy this one instead, like it's cheaper and you get more eyeshadows. And I looked at it and the colors are so pretty, and so I was like, you know what, yes, I'll buy that one instead. This one looks really nice. But it's just, the colors aren't very pigmented. Like here, I'll swatch a couple for you. Alright, that one looked pigmented. But like, the colors aren't all that pigmented. They don't blend very well. They're a little bit powdery too. They're just not the best eyeshadows. And that kind of sucks because I forgot to mention in this earlier, but these all, when you wet them, they turn into different finishes of the shadow. So like, if you wet one of them of a shimmer, it might turn metallic, or if you wet a matte one, it might turn like, I don't know, a different color or something like that. So I thought that it would be really cool. There's 14 eyeshadows in this, and then you could get like 28 looks with it, or like, not 28 looks. Then you could get like 28 eyeshadows out of it, and so I thought that was really cool. But it just isn't something I reach for, and it isn't very good. It's not the best quality, and so I wish I hadn't bought it. I have a couple eyeliners. The first one is this Urban Decay 24/7 waterproof liquid eyeliner, and I bought this when I was like trying to get into liquid liners, and I really liked it for like the first week and a half I used it, but then it started getting really watery, and it just wasn't very black, and it just didn't look very good because it was getting so watery, and so it was kind of hard to get a clean line, and it wasn't very dark, and so for the price of it, there's better ones from the drawer. And then I have the NYX Très Jolie gel pencil liner, and I got this off of a recommendation from Kathleen Lights. Like, I was watching one of her videos and she was talking about how much she loves this, and so I was like, it's drugstore, I need to go out and buy it for myself, because if she loves it, then it must be great. But I just didn't like it. It just wasn't very black. It didn't go on the waterline very well. It didn't show up, and it just wasn't very amazing, and it just kind of dries out. I guess mine's a little bit dried out now, maybe, I don't really know. But it was never all that black, and it was kind of hard to work with. It was never all that creamy. I don't know if I got a defective one, but I just didn't end up liking this very much, and so. I have one mascara to talk about, and it is the CoverGirl the Super Sizer Mascara, and I saw this in a YouTube video. I don't even remember who, but they were using it for their lower lash line, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go out and buy that because their lower lashes look really, really good, and I always can use a good lower lash mascara. And I thought it would be really good because the wand is so thin and small that it would work really well, but it just puts so much product on the lashes at once that it makes it look really clumpy, and it's really wet, and it just makes my bottom lashes look like kind of big black clumps, and so that didn't end up working out for me. I don't know if I need to like use it more a little bit and get it a little bit drier, like maybe after I open it and close it a certain amount of times, then it'll dry out some, and then I can try it again, but I didn't really like it. It just didn't work for my lower lashes, which was the sole purpose of why I bought it. Alright, I have one brow product to talk about. It's the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara, and this is in the shade Soft Brown. And the actual product isn't bad, it's just the wand that is so weird. It's like a normal mascara wand, but then the top of it like balls out into like this ball shape, and it's really hard and weird to like comb through your brows off, and it made it really hard to comb through the brows and get like precise, and I ended up getting brow product like when I was doing my inner part of my brows. When I would be combing this through it, it would get like dots of it everywhere, and it just was kind of not the most functional product. Next I have a lip balm, and this is just, let me just explain. These are the EOS lip balms just in general, and I used to love these when I was in middle school when they were super duper popular, you know, and I went through so many of these, but then I realized that they just dry out my lips, and I don't know why, and I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but it happens to me, and so I've just kind of stopped using these just because I've found lip balms that are better. The Burt's Bees ones are my favorite of all time lip balms. They're so good, and they're so moisturizing. But I don't know, I read somewhere that some chapsticks have stuff that actually dry out your lips so that you will go out and buy more chapsticks so that they can sell more sales. I'm not sure if that's true, But after I read that, I was like, my lips are really dry even though I apply this lip balm like 3 or 4 times a day. And so I was like, that's probably it. It's probably drying out my lips, which I don't know if that's like an actual thing in it or if it just didn't work with my lips or something, but I haven't bought another EOS since then. Alright, and the last 2 things I have are from the Katy Perry and CoverGirl collection, and these are 2 lipsticks. And I saw these when I was at Target one time. They're a really like pale blue and then a violet. I was like, oh my god, these are so cool. I can use these for really crazy makeup looks, and at that point in time I was doing really colorful eye makeup looks and just makeup looks in general. I was really playing around with color. Like, I don't know, I feel like everybody who plays with makeup goes through that phase where they just want to do colorful everything all the time. And their face just looks like a rainbow every time they go outside, because that I went through that phase, and that's why I bought these. But both of these are just kind of patchy. They're like, they just don't look very good on the lips, and I also never use them because I'm back into like more practical makeup looks now. I'll do color occasionally, obviously, and like I still have all my colorful palettes, but I don't do it as much, and they're just really streaky on the lips. They're not the most pigmented, and I just never reach for them, and so I kind of regret buying these. Alrighty, that was everything that I regret buying. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please click like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!